That boy who used to spend days in the garage with only his imagination and a couple hand tools has gotten lost in the grind of the real world. I think it's time we find him. Recycling. Sometimes it's not just about the wood, but the ideas. I have always loved to borrow from the past and switch it up and make it for today. And this project is no different. Not only am I recycling a classic colonial build, I'm also borrowing, well, building on the look of one of my earlier builds, which was inspired by another colonial build. Today, I want to take this look, build another stool with a long handle that will not only be a step stool that I don't have to reach down for, but hopefully act as a door stop as well for this door. Fall is coming, and one day I'll want the fresh air back in here. Two birds, one stone, and yeah, that is truly a demented saying. It all starts with the wood. Now, I only have 3 of these old drawer fronts left. I'll be sad to see them go. They're perfect for the legs and sides, though. A piece of what looks like tongue and groove, some odds and ends, and a couple 2x4 chunks. I'm in a bit of a rush this time around, and I need to squeeze a little work tonight to make the actual build tomorrow easier. So taking the drawer front, I rip the concave part off, flip it over, rip the other side, leaving 8 inches. About a ½ inch less than ideal, but it's what I have, so it's going to have to do. Then I roll over to the miter saw for a quick cut. No sliding miter saw here. So I cut and I flip. And yeah, she's dialed in like precision clockwork here, perfectly square. The beauty of using the other stool as a guide, I don't need to go back and figure all those angles and curves out. But for the old crew, I'll pull in the skippy lid just to make an appearance. I trace the curves, then because I don't have room for everything, I push it all to the side and pull out the scroll saw and set it up. Now, I have room right now, a lot of room, too much room in fact. It's summertime, the horse trailer's out, the car is out, and I can spread out a bit. But winter is coming. Probably not, because Martin is never going to finish his books. But with winter, my space diminishes greatly. Everything comes back into the garage. So I just move things around as needed. Scroll sawing goes easy. 3/4 pine is not a problem for the Wen. I sand it out. Yeah, trust me, bad camera angle, I know, but I'm sanding the curves. It takes like 30 seconds, seriously. This pattern was designed to match the Wen's curved edges. Trace the pattern on the other side, rinse and repeat. Wen scroll saw, Wen sander, better camera angle this time around. And we're on to the hole. The old style stools had a heart, but I don't know if you remember, I updated and went with circles for a more modern touch. 2-inch hole. Laid out, I hit it up with the drill press. And I remembered it this time. I'm proud of myself. The first go around, I didn't drill the holes until I built the stool. Horrible tear out on the backside. I never showed it to you, and I never will. Yeah, perfect. Trace a circle, then rinse and repeat. No, don't. Like the finely tuned instrument that I am, I was on cruise control, and I got carried away in my haste and excitement to get this project flowing and moving, and I cut the hole on both sides. I only needed on the one. I have a fix in mind, but we'll get to that in a bit. For now, let's pretend I didn't know that tomorrow would already be ruined. This morning, I'm starting with the brace, 14.5 inches. I rip it at the table saw to 2 inches wide. Cut list is in the description. Then trace the old curve from the first project. Then I hit it up with the Wen again, and I got lazy. I used the blade left from my horse planter last Sunday, where the material was 5/8 inch cedar. It worked for the 3/4 inch pine, but tried to cut 1.5 inch pine, nearly 3 times as thick as it was last Sunday. It worked-ish, barely. I should have put a coarser blade in. I'm still looking for that 8 TPI blade if anyone has seen them. I just can't find them anywhere. We sand it smooth at the wen. Again, the curves were designed specifically with the sander in mind. It just fits so nice. Alright, the long handle. It's going to be roughly 32 inches and 3/4 inch material. I don't have a 1x4, so I'm thinking of ripping this 2x4 in half. Now, truthfully, one of the reasons I do smallish builds, not really smalls, but smallish, is I like the size. And I'm not real comfortable ripping a 2x4 on end for 32 odd inches. So, Omaha, I pull an audible at the line and pull out a piece of pallet wood, then rip that down to size at the table saw. I don't have a straightening jig yet, so I just run it through like 4 times, flipping it over each time, getting it a little straighter each time. I give it a quick sand and head back to the bench. And it's time to deal with my mistake. The idea is the handle's supposed to go all the way down the side for more gripping power, for glue and screws. I didn't need the hole in one side. Now, if I were going to sell it, I would simply recut it. But it's for me, and I think I can turn that little mistake into just a little hidden thingy. Last week I made door stops for interior doors, and instead of drilling out holes, I used a hole cutter, because you never know when you'll need circles. So now I get the chance to use one of them. I'm thinking since the handle comes down over this hole, I might just glue and screw it in. I can also stain it a color on the other side, so it almost looks like a little hidden design element underneath the stool, like an Easter egg in a video game. These are the things I never really know if I should show or not. Do they make me look like the incompetent buffoon that I am, or just a normal person in a shop going through a normal day? Maybe it's better you don't tell me. I decided to trace the curves on the bottom of the brace, cut them and sand them. And now comes the funny part. This board is bowed. I like it. No, I mean seriously, it's a happy little accident. The bow adds to it. You'll see that I could tilt it one way, it would curve into the wall. Flip it over and it curves away from the wall, or the door in this case, allowing your fingers to grip it while the base fits tight to the door. I think it's going to add to the project. I plugged the hole in the side, CA glue activator. It'll also be screwed and glued to the handle, so no worries there. The last thing I need to do before assembly and finishing is cutting notches out of the sides for the braces to go. I use a scroll saw. I take the time to put the correct blade in, less teeth than the previous, and the cut goes well. GlueUp goes easy. Height bond 3 and 2-inch finish nails in the top braces. I check for square and for once, pleasantly surprised. The brace gets glued in 3 1/4 inches up from the bottom and centered, then 1 nail in to hold it, while I pre-drill to sink some screws and dowels to cover it. I like the dowels here because they play nicely with the hole cut out. And here we are. Let's look at the handle a minute. The top cutout mimics the bottom detail of the legs for the finger hold. Then we feathered the board down at the bottom to about 3/8 of an inch thick to break the line up and give it a touch more character. I think it just looks better, kind of sliding into the base. Also, we copied the leg pattern to the bottom of the handle. And the leg pattern I designed to represent an open book's curves, as they were built for my catch-all room, game room, library / YouTube assembly room, and of course the family storage in the corner of the room I don't ever film. I stained the dowels black, just another little detail. Also the hidden Easter egg screw up of mine beneath black as well. I kind of like that. Overall, I'm quite pleased. I didn't match the colors to the old one, but I didn't want an exact replica, but clearly still from the same family. Golden oak for the golden brown, black stain for the middle strip, and a watered down acrylic for the burgundy. And that was a nightmare. It was almost purple, and I was in the middle of talking myself into thinking I liked it when I saw another bottle of red. I applied it directly to the purple, just a shot in the dark, rubbed it off, and I think I got the burgundy I was looking for. I still need some more layers of poly on it to get the look I want, though. I hope you liked today's build and managed to get up, get out, and build something this week. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next time.